Hello, my Star Atlas people. It's me. I'm back again, of course, with another video. I'm so sorry. It's been a while since I've actually covered Star Atlas. It's because I was on vacation. I had to enjoy myself. I unplugged a bit. But don't worry, I am back. Now, I had a whole bunch to actually catch up on. I have missed so much. I didn't realize it. We've got like 20 tabs open of stuff we have to go through. But don't worry, I will be going through them, if anything, going through them very, very quickly because time is short and I know attention spans are shorter. So, without further ado, let's see what I have to discuss today. First up, we have the picture of the week that goes to, drumroll, Meta Orion. Thank you very much for your picture of the week, number 37, is it? 37, wow, that's actually a pretty incredible picture, isn't it? Oh, by the way, do you like the new setup? I think I like it. People were complaining before, but it was taking up too much space, so I've just made it a little bit shorter and take away the green screen. So yeah, just me and you talking now. That's it. Anyway, that looks pretty good. Let's move on, shall we? Now, don't forget, there are new quests coming soon. I think mission number 1 has like, I don't know, a week or so left. So if you have any quizzes to finish or any of the tasks to finish, now is the time for you to go and finish them, right? So there are new quizzes there already. The change of the course, number 3, Wandering Caravan 1, 2, 3, Wealth of Factions as a one. And then, of course, they have other releases that I've done, State of the Economy, Law, Wiki quizzes, and the Atlas 19. So the way they're working is that any new release they have a new quiz that comes out with us for you to go and research it and for you to make, your quiz entry based on that. All right, next up, don't forget the State of the Economy report has actually gone out. This flew under the radar. Normally people ended up catching this, but of course Athea has caught it before. So they covered it in our meetings as well. So maybe I should try and get Victor on the show to at least talk about it. One major insight was the difference in the marketplace for the R4 resources. So you can see this giant spike here. This is when the announcement came out that said, hey, we're going to be keeping the resources there for 30 days, and then they're all going to be sold out. And guess what? In like a day and a half, they all sold out. So that's that massive spike that we're actually seeing right there, right? And then you also have what the secondary market sales look like right now. Let me take myself away. So you can see that's the secondary market sales on the right-hand side there. You can see that the food actually is a ginormous amount of these secondary sales in the first day. But after that, it has actually been slowly decreasing. Now, everything in secondary sales has actually been decreasing because people now have access to their mining drills. They not the mining drills, sorry, have access to the imp machines that actually can be put in faction claims or faction score to give you Atlas or give you resources. So people are now having to generate their own resources. So not bad, right? Yeah. So secondary sales, that's something to look at. Now, let's actually look at a bit more detail, shall we? So if you don't have this, you have to go and get this. Pepe, I see you there. You have to go and get it. Go and get the Star Atlas Economy GM Insights. Now, I'm going to leave the link in the description. Go in the top right-hand corner, okay? You see that love heart? I need you to go and click it for me, okay? You have to go and click it. Now, what's on this page? What can we see? The trading volume, the imp tap, the imp tip, we can see the amounts that they've actually traded. So the temp has traded 94 times or been bought 94 times, right? The imp, the normal tap is 61, and then the larger one is 3 of them. So the 3 capital ships have sold, which is pretty interesting. Very interesting. Those guys must not want to be waiting around or didn't have any resources at all, and they need to acquire that now. Now, let's look at the resources. What are the prices of them at the moment? So fuel is increased by 52%. Food has increased by 198%. Food is still really expensive, guys. Ammo is 111% and tool is 76%. Now, we did see a massive spike in ammo coming up here. Do you see this massive spike, right? That purple, that's the ammo. I think people started accumulating this when they remembered that in the next release, in the rec release, right? In the mining and crafting release, you will need ammo to start blasting asteroids or planets for you to extract, your resources, your R20, right? So everyone started probably accumulating ammo. It seems like it's going down a little bit more, but it's still relatively higher compared to everything else. So that being said, make sure you have enough resources for yourself, or at least know where to go and get them, right? So that's that for that. Let's look at the return on investment. This dashboard is great, guys. You need to go and have this dashboard. This is the return on investment on what we're currently seeing that's giving you R4 resources. So of course you have the claim stakes. The claim stakes at stake 1 is giving you nearly a 40%, 39.1%. Claim stake 2 is 34%, and then it kind of tapers down. Claim stake 4 is 25, claim stake 5 is 36, and claim stake 3 is 20%. So they're all pretty low. What's actually giving you a higher return on average so far is your imp vessels that are giving you more resources being staked in the claim stake, in the faction claim section, right? So imp 1 is giving you a 36.4% return. Now, actually, let me take this away so you can see exactly what I'm seeing here. So a claim stake 1 is giving you 36.4%, claim stake 2, 36.4%. They're all pretty equal because they're all giving you the same kind of relative amount of resources in incremental amounts, right? And you can see that's the imps coming into the transition into the market here, and this is when they first start coming in, and you can see the return on investment. So far, though, the highest return on investment when you're looking specifically at resources, right, it is the claim stake tier 1. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean you should go out and buy a claim stake tier 1. That just means that it's giving you the most ROI right now. Think in the future, what's going to be more valuable? A claim stake tier 1, which will have, we're saying, has like an infinite amount, and you can put that on any planet. You just have to share the resources with every other claim stake tier 1. Or you get an imp vessel that will go to different places and be able to mine different things for you. I generally think the imp ships are probably better, I wouldn't say investment, but better approach to resource mining, okay? And remember, claim stake mining in the stage is in the current iteration of itself is actually temporary. This is not what the claim stakes were for. They weren't originally designated to give you resources now. It's just that it was a very small bonus that they implemented on them so far. That might change. It's not the proper purpose of them. So keep that in mind, my friends. Now, let's keep going and see what the ship ROI actually is. So this dashboard I said is really, really bloody great. You can see in the extra small and extra small ships which ships are giving you the highest ROI or even the lowest ROI, because remember, you get Atlas from your ships and then you have to sell that Atlas to go and buy resources, right? So the resources, because they fluctuate in price, they were static before, because they fluctuate, you are now having to spend your Atlas earnings to go and buy resources to keep it running. So now there is a calculation you can do to say, oh, is this actually profitable to run this ship in Sage, or is it not? Right? So you got to ask yourself that question. Let's have a look at the return on investment for extra small ships. The Opal Jet has the highest return so far at about 10%. Like you see here, they all started around higher at 20. This is when the resource cost was actually lower, but now it's the resources are going higher, your return on investment is going lower. Visa Solo has a 3% ROI. That is terrible, terrible. Now you wait till you see some of these other ones. This Calico Max Hog has a very terrible return on investment. The PX5 has like a 6 to 7% return on investment. So not too bad in itself. Opal Jet is 16%. That's the highest on this scale. And then you can see the small ships as well as the medium ships. Some of them don't look great at all, right? Some of them not even worth putting onto this scale. Now you can see the Imp Tip, okay, which is a small ship. This is it staked in score rather than the faction fleet, because remember, you can be getting R4 resources or you can be getting Atlas. If you use it to get Atlas, it is only giving you a 3.66% return, which is terrible. You might as well put it into faction claims, right, where you will get 36-point-something% in resources back. And hell, if resources continue to be appreciated in value, that ROI is going to be going up. Makes sense? Makes sense, right? Yeah, so I'll stop there. I'm gonna make sure you go and you gotta make sure you check out this dashboard, and on the top right there, you gotta make sure you give it that left heart. That's what it's for. Now, let's have a look at the website so far. We have the airdrops have come into your wallet, so make sure you go and click them and claim them. Now remember, never claim anything in the Phantom wallet itself. It's all going to be a scam. Just come to the website first off. One last thing to remember, when you do try and claim them, remember, it creates a new account every single damn time. So it's actually going to be costing you Solana for you to just get, what is it, 200 or 229,000 ammunition. And that's 0.0012. Now let's actually do a very small calculation, excuse me, I might have to do that. 0.0012 times what's Solana's price, $20. It's 0.02 cents. Then you got to work out, is that worth the amount of Atlas that you're actually accumulating from this transaction? Sometimes it's worth it, sometimes it's not worth it. Maybe you just got to wait a little bit. Like for example, this thing where I'm going to get 9 Atlas, I am not going to claim that. I will never claim that because it'll take more time and more actual Solana fees to create the account to store this 9 Atlas, which is worth 0.00000 nothing, right? Makes sense. Okay, let me show you. Same thing here. You see that? That's going to cost me way more than the 9 Atlas I'm going to be getting. So now I'm going to reject that. Not going to do it. Okay, next up. Remember, you got to finish your quest in Zealy. I am nearly done. I am level 9. I am ranked 109. I missed one quest, so I will never be in the top 10. I will never be in the top 100 because some of these people are crazy. Look at these guys. Darth Silver, SIA, AP Crispy. Hey man, what's up? Club Decor, Club Count Cordova. These guys have 10,000 XP with 46 quests. I am not going to get there because I missed one, unfortunately. But yeah, that's my things. If you want the answers to these, you know where to go. You know where to find out. So don't forget to do your resources. Now, let's have a look at the ships, shall we? The new ships that have come onto the market. Let's refresh this entire thing. And let's see. We have the Imp Tip, the Imp Tap, and then the Imp, which is the capital class. So small, medium, capital. Now we can have a look at some of the pictures of them. Generally, let's have a look at the market. It's selling for $430, giving you a return of 36 point something%. Is that worth it? In your opinion, you got to ask yourself that question. So I actually want to go and look at what it has, right? It's got one rig operator, one navigator, one pilot. So it's like a 3-person job. You have a core, small, extra small, extra small. Remember, these are supposed to be non-combat ships. They're not even refuel ships. They only have one specific purpose, which is to mine for stuff. It's got a fuel module slot, 2 cargo modules. Interior is coming soon, and the station is coming soon. So we can have a look at some of the pictures, shall we? Let's go full screen. Let's get rid of my face, and let's enjoy the pictures. This is the Imp Tip, my friends. Looks good. Looks like a little mech suit. Oh, not a little mech suit. It actually looks like a very large mech suit because you can see this guy just standing there. He's very, very tiny. All right, so that's that. Let's go ahead and see the next class above, which I believe is the Imp Tap. Let's go ships. Small. Imp. Oh, no, that's the tip, sorry. So the medium is the tap. There we go. Now, I'm also interested to see how many people have bought these so far. What does this have? Does this have anything different? Let me bring back my beautiful face for you. I should get rid of this normal one. Yeah. So, one pilot, one navigator, engineer office, science officer, rig operator, tractor beam, hull, countermeasure, drone, cargo module, fuel slot, interior coming soon, station coming soon. Let's have more pictures. Yep, looks good. Looks good. Gives me very similar PS X6 vibes from the back. That's what I get. Maybe I had the same concept artist, sorry. And now we go back to the marketplace and check out the last one, shall we? Which is a capital class. Let me bring back my beautiful face so you can see. And then we have the Armstrong Imp. Now this is $13,000, nearly $14,000, guys, which is pretty like a crazy, crazy price, right? Let's have a look at this beautiful, gorgeous girl. It looks menacing. It looks totally crazy, doesn't it? Like you wouldn't want to meet it in a field if you're an asteroid. No way. It's going to harvest you. It looks like almost like a caterpillar or like a planet-destroying ship. Now they had some, they had some specs on there that I really liked. And if you can zoom in on this, I don't know if we can on here, but no, it's got little places where it's got names on it. So I really want to dig in deep there and look at those. But I'm sure someone has done it in the community already. Yeah, this is a pretty good ship. We've got lots of concept art, which is pretty cool. All right, let's go back here and let's see what people are buying them for. Let's look at the Imp. Let's look at the tip first, right? The tip is the smallest one. Let's see who has been buying and selling these. So far, the highest person owns only 3. So, people only own 3. Like 2 people only own 3, and then some other people own 2. Well, that doesn't really mean anything because you can just transfer it to another wallet, and all of a sudden you're down from 5 or 20 to 1. Doesn't matter, right? So some people have been buying it. Oh, look at that! One person has actually sold it. Let's go back and look at this. One person has sold it for $358. Why did they do that? That is a total loss. They should have actually put a limit order right at 229.80. Someone would have bought it because all these other people are buying it. No one else can buy it. Now, what I think this actually is I think it's a bot because it has that 10 cents at the bottom. And we all know that bot on the marketplace with that 10-cent order who's bloody annoying and always bloody puts an order just below you when you want to fill your order. It was so annoying. I wish they got rid of that bot. That actually brings me to my next point that I'll make when we look at the other information. So this is the imp tap. And how many people, there's lots of people buying it. No one has sold it so far. So sounds good, doing good so far. So the 2 tranches have actually sold. Someone bought it for a higher tranche, which doesn't make sense. Someone bought it for more than it's worth, which makes no sense. And then the last one, of course, is the capital class ship. Let's have a look at that. That's this one. And how many holders do we have of this? We have, only one person has this ship. I thought it sold 3 times. Maybe this isn't updated. Let me go ahead and take away the cam. This says only one person has it right there. Okay. So it's very interesting. I want to see who has bought it. Yeah, so that's not updated. Maybe not, because there's 3 different orders here. 13K, 3 different wallets. Now, if you want to see who the people who are the power players in Star Atlas, you need to go look at those because they're spending 13K deep in the bear market here. Now, let's move on to ship configurations. I can't believe I missed this, guys. This has been huge coming out, and like we need to digest all of this stuff. It's in the lore wiki, right? This video will not do it justice because there has been a lot of changes. If you have ships in Star Atlas, you need to go to and look at what the changes of them are. Okay, so basically all what they have, what they've worked it into be is like all the ships and all the extra small ships, or all the extra small ships or small ships, they all have base stats. Okay, they all have the same base stats. What makes them different is the manufacturer. Okay, what makes them different is the manufacturer and what is on the ship itself. That's what makes it different. So they have some different roles here that they've put on. I saw some new ones which I really need to dissect. They have one called a mixologist, as well as an entertainer, which is pretty cool. They also have a janitor. And then I could see here a janitor does not have escape pod authorization. So if your ship goes down and there's escape pods, the janitor is not getting on it. So I remember we had someone who was the Star Atlas Space Janitor Guild or something like that. It was a joke or something, but these guys don't have any pods, so unfortunate for those guys. So yeah, there's actually a whole bunch of new stuff here that we need to go and read and find out about. The core components have even swapped around a bit. And as you can see here, these are the make component variances. So if you have a Pierce ship, you will generally have a neutral shield generator. So 0 is if you're a medium ship, then you will have a medium shield generator. For hull reinforcement, you'd have a medium hull reinforcement. But if you have a Pierce ship and you have a warp drive, then you will have a 1 class higher warp drive. That's what this says. Okay, we can look at the Calico. It has no benefit for shield generator or warp, and it also has a negative for hull reinforcement. So then the Calico is actually not that great, I would say, because at least you're losing something, but you're not gaining anything, right? Everything's kind of balanced, right? Everything should be balanced. Let's have a look here. There are some other ones that do gain 1, so the Thimble Ecos gains a 1 in hull reinforcement, but unfortunately is a 0 in anything else. The Tufa is a +1 in hull reinforcement, but it's also a little bit slower. It has the warp drive that's a little bit lower for its class, right? I hope that makes sense. And then there's also some combat descriptions. There's a whole bunch of different stuff to go through here. I gotta stop this because like we gotta do way more digesting of this. Now the big change is interior as well as the modules itself. They have gymnasium, they have a nightclub, for God's sake. They have a meta holo deck, they have a shrine, they have a library. I don't remember a library before. An arboretum is a leisure space, a pool, a spa. This is what kind of stuff that you'll feel in the tree arrow. But yeah, I'm gonna leave it there. I got to do a proper digest of this. I'm sure there's some stuff out there of people who have created graphics to say what has been nerfed, what has been gotten more powerful. We'll have to wait and see, okay? I just want to leave it there for now. Now, I want to go to the major bulk of this, what I actually wanted to make this video on. It's been 19 minutes already, so I got to hurry up. This is Star Atlas issue 19. It's already come out, right? So I've gone ahead and read it. It's okay. Nothing really much critical to talk on. I've already made some videos on them. But so far, I want to talk to you about what the updates are for the game. So for the Star Atlas Brew, they are having a physical meetup Wednesday, July 19th. And that's actually very soon. They are having episode 64, Theory Crafting Species and Perks. Remember, for the Zealy campaign, they usually have some experience for you to earn for these Atlas brews. So make sure you make it, or at least get the answer and put it in. Let's look at the roadmap report for UE5 2.1. They've reset all the dashboards, okay? They've put in some extra stuff here I don't think I need to tell you about. What I'm really excited was the release of Ship Config V2 alongside Destination Starbase. So Destination Starbase, of course, was selling of the Imp ships. What really got me excited here: reduced memory usage due to asset dependency chains in UE5 by 95%. This improves performance and load times. Did you notice what the load times are like now? My load time only takes 5 seconds. That's incredible, right? I was watching a Gladiator video saying they haven't actually enabled Nanite yet, so I wasn't sure why they haven't done that. I'm not a tech person, but the improvement is very noticeable, right? I'm sure you guys have too. If you've loaded up the UE5 showroom, you see how quick it loads up Outpost 39, right? Or 69, whatever it is. Mine crashed the first time. What are they working on next? It's combat racing multiplayer polishing and tech addressing. So all of this time they haven't been optimizing. They're probably starting to work on optimizing a bit more. So the Sage closed mining pull request. This is when, you know, someone has say, we're already done this work. We've already submitted this work. We want you to have a look at it. And then you say yes or no. I think that's what that is. Finished the first version of the mining user interface, which is pretty good. I thought they had already done that, being honest. They started an inventory UI, started the hangar module redesign UI, and added model state. Added maintenance mode state. We don't know what maintenance mode state. This is probably where you go and repair your ships, possibly. Now, one thing I did find very interesting was Wreck Sage Mega Fleet Simulation. I don't know what that is. Is that on their side they want to put multiple fleets into Sage and then see how it actually goes, if they can handle it, similar to a data test, for example? Or do they physically mean like, oh, Leon is going to have 20 fleets in one view, so we're going to make sure he can see it? Not sure exactly what that means, but hey, I'm interested in finding out anyway. So what else was there? Preparing for proposals V1 for demo for the DAO itself. And the graphic novel 789 are coming. And of course, for the website, new ignore and show only filter in the marketplace. I wonder if you noticed that. What I want, they have this functionality there. Please hide all the bot addresses. We know which ones are bots. Please hide them or toggle them defaults to be off. I know it's going to be some work to get it started, right? It's just one address that's usually a bot, or 2 or 3 or 4. Hide them. So when we're selling, we don't sell to a bot and we sell to someone who's actually a player, right? And of course, the DAC platform is coming. There's a new currency switcher in the marketplace as well. It's just on the top right hand side corner. You already saw this. If you didn't already, then you probably don't care. It's at the top right. So you can switch between USDC and Atlas very easily. Now, yeah, lastly, go and check out the ship config cruise, and I would also say please go and check out the AFIA Star Atlas Economy GM Insights dashboard. You can see your how much you're actually earning for these ships, right? They're super important. You need to know this because you're part of the Star Atlas community. And with that being said, my friends, I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to leave you and love you. I'm sorry I've been away for a while, but I am back. I'll keep making these videos whenever I think there's something important I want you to know. And let me know what you think of the new layout. All right, bye for now.